Hey guys, welcome back to 12 Days of Christmas. I didn't go to say 31 days of horror then. I have every other time I've gone to say that. I'm really excited to open up day 5. It is Christmas Eve. Is this a Christmas Eve movie?
No. Well, not from memory. Christmas is, but not Christmas Eve.
Did you...
It's a horror movie. I don't know if you realised that.
Did you pick what day goes with what for a certain reason or just...
I generally try and like mix up the years and themes, but I didn't do it as well as I have done in previous years. But the main thing I picked out was a Christmas movie for Christmas.
Okay, so it's all surrounded around tomorrow's.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you guys, if you want to comment down below and guess what tomorrow's is going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be a real cheese fest knowing you.
Me?
Oh God, poker face behind the camera. Okay, let's open today though. I'm gonna let you guys first. Can you see
That's
it?
the back and it's upside down. There you go. The hatchet for the honeymoon.
Oh my God, this looks cool. I have not seen this. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of slashers, but I really like more 70s slashers because I just feel like they're more like drama felt and not romantic. You can't really call a slasher romantic, but it has more of that kind of element. Except for like, it's less action, it's more drama, if that makes any sense. This looks very interesting. As you guys know, that Dean and I recently got engaged. Is this meant to be a sign? Are you trying to tell me something?
You're gonna die. Nah, I bought that from your favourite thing in Melbourne again.
This is from the Haunted Bookshop, which is closed now. Cool, I'm very much into this. John and his wife, Mildred, sorry, you don't hear that name very often, run an exclusive Paris fashion salon devoted to wedding apparel for women. Unknown to all but himself, John has embarked on a spree of homicides, killing young brides on their wedding nights. Because with each murder, his memory comes closer to revealing the traumatic event that branded him a dangerous psychotic. That blurb is everything, and I'm all for this. This looks really cool, and this has that kind of 70s feel. I find like, I mean, it's an Italian horror, but a lot of 70s movies, they really show you the process behind the killing spree and why, and they have like a good motive. Not a good motive, I mean, it's never really justified, is it? But this looks really interesting, and there's a lot of really cool costumes, it looks like, in the back, obviously, with the Paris fashion salon. So yeah, I'm very much into this. Good pick.
Cool.
We'll see. Guys, we just finished, by we, I mean Gromit and me, we just finished Hatchet for the Honeymoon. I was really surprised by this movie. It is by Mario Bava, who does a lot of Giallo films, and this does not follow that stylization. I mean, stylization, it doesn't follow most of the storylines that kind of go the structure of a normal Giallo film. I felt like this was very different, and I really enjoyed it actually. It is about a man who straight up has a voiceover talking about how he knows he's like a psychopath. It's very American Psycho-ish, which I really didn't expect. It's also, I watched the dub version, so it's Italiana or English, and I watched the English version, but I think it only gives me the English option on this DVD. And he talks about how he's a psycho, and he is the owner of this wedding dress company that, you know, designer, that he's inherited from his mum, but he's also married to this woman that he just hates and he despises. And he says straight up he kills people, so it's not like a secret that you're trying to figure out who it is or anything like that. You know who it is from the start, and it's from his perspective. He's an awful man, obviously, but it's not like sympathizing with him at all. The movie isn't really about the murders. It takes a big turn, and it's more about The Hauntings of the Past and the Present. I'm going to be very vague because I do think you guys should check this one out. And yeah, it definitely has like a few different aspects to it, and not just like the straightforward like murder, mystery, whodunit kind of situation, which I really enjoyed about it. I also enjoyed the voiceover aspect, and him, you know, owning up to being a psychopath from the start is a different thing I haven't seen in a film like this. I'm not sure of all of the films that I've seen by the same director, but I have seen Bay of Blood, and I believe I've seen and reviewed Blood and Black Lace. I'm 100%, 90%, 80%, 100%, 99% sure that I've definitely reviewed that in 31 Days of Horror. But I'd have to say this is my favorite out of those ones. It's just so different for this kind of film, and it really has different aspects. At the start, the wife's reading a book about spirituality, and I was just not expecting any of those elements. It's kind of crazy because yesterday's film was the same, where I thought that was going to be a creature feature, and it was more like paranormal. I don't know how to explain that one. If you missed it, I'll leave a card up there. It was just very different. Some standout things for me, technical-wise, I really liked the starting opening scene. I thought it looked brilliant. It was beautiful. The graphics was, I don't know, just set up the stylization as something different. You don't really see those kind of openings for these Giallo films, and the opening I did read was made by the director himself. To add to that, I really loved the theme music that accompanied the opening, but also was, you know, the bedding track throughout the film. It really held it all together, and it's one of those like really cool, memorable, yeah, horror scores. But it also, they jazzed it up halfway through, and they had it turn into like an electric guitar kind of version of it, which I thought was really cool. I felt like there was a lot of love put into this project, and yeah, it was just something so different, and I like how they added different aspects to that. In saying that, there was a lot going on. It felt like 5 different stories in a movie, but I was very intrigued and I wasn't expecting it, so it was even better than I thought, to be honest. It was a very experimental movie as well, with the shots that it had. It didn't just, you know, have the normal cherry blood red going throughout it. It had a lot of different aspects to it, the way that they shot a lot of things, a lot of the movement of the camera, the way that it centered around someone and then it would like pull back, things like that. It was also really good quality. This copy of this movie is just amazing, except for one part. I found there was one scene where you could hear like static that didn't make any sense, but other than that, I felt like it was really crisp, and it was a great way to watch it. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this film. I started off just thinking it was going to be a Giallo film, and was excited about that, and then it turned into something else completely different, and oh man, when you guys need to see this film, and the wife in it is just, it's amazing. It's really cool. It's something really different, and for that I'm gonna give it a 7. I think I'm gonna give it the first 7. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. I hope you guys enjoyed today's, and if you missed yesterday's, here it is right here. And Merry Christmas to you guys. I will be back tomorrow. Apparently it's gonna be a Christmas themed DVD tomorrow, so I'm very excited for that. So Merry Christmas if it's Christmas when you're watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.